Well, 120 seconds. Okay, scratch that, they have less than 120 seconds, they have 60.
Calm down, Jared.
Well, I want to see this race, I don't want this cancelled.
It's not gonna get cancelled, you idiot. Unless we, you know...
You're gonna say that and it's gonna get cancelled now. If we have another glitch though. Oh, touch wood. Everyone is in, so... Obviously third time is the charm, as you've said. Joe says if they're all here and they're ready, we can go, so we're not getting cancelled for it. And we've loaded. Right, we'll do our race predictions again.
Our race predictions? I can't remember the starting grid anymore.
Well, we'll get a refresh on the formation, obviously, but well, if we actually can.
Martin added you.
Right.
I know why.
Well, oh, thank the Lord, we've actually loaded in.
Indeed.
Oh, Martin again.
Oh, look at LRB. He's being boring. You told people to remember setups and tires. So much more fun when people forget that.
Well, I know when people forget that. I had my teammate in F14 did that and it kind of screwed us up.
To be fair, I have forgotten that myself before.
Yeah, but you have a reason, Sonic. You're old.
Okay.
Right, I'll try and get the stream back up.
You want to be able to eat solid food for the rest of your life, or what?
If you're big enough. There's enough right now for much that is on. So your race prediction, though. Who do you think?
Well, you got to give me a moment here, Jared. But Firefox looked really good in quality. However, I'm not too sure. But I think I'm gonna go with some of the alternate strat people. So I'm gonna say Terracer for the win, Aris for second, and Firefox for third.
Fair enough then. 3. I think Firefox obviously has the upper hand. I think he could win it first. I'm going to go with Martin second. Third, I'm going to go with Gustav. I think Gustav could get third. I'm going to go with Noah for fourth. I think he could with the alternate strat. He's got nothing to lose really, so I think he could do something for fourth.
He has too many alternate strat people in front of him.
Yeah, but he's quick.
You don't know that.
I hope he's quick.
However, indeed, finally, Jürgen, we are moving, and hopefully we'll get this race underway in a few short moments.
Indeed. So obviously the strategy is soft hard, or hard soft or hard medium for the race. Obviously if the safety car comes out early, I think people will go hard medium. If it comes out around about lap 11.
You know the strategy is soft medium, right?
No, it's not. Soft medium won't work.
Oh, no.
No, actually, it's soft medium.
It does.
Well, I got told by Cameron Toxic it wasn't soft medium.
No, it's soft medium, Jared.
Well,
I'm just joking with you.
Don't trick me like that, right? Punishment. You have to look back at the grid or else. But there we go then. as the 5 light secrets will begin very shortly. For the F4 tier, round number 4. As Firefox then lines up on first, Tom in second, both OPs first and second. And light sequence has finally begun then, as we're at 5 red lights for the French Grand Prix. And they're out, and it looks like the Alfa Romeos had a cracking of a start as OP Thomas drops completely off, and Gustav moves into second. You can see their Red Bull going off the track in the background, and a bit of contact between the Mercedes and the Aston Martin and the AlphaTauri, and very close and dangerous between these two right now, as Gustav and Tom are still going side by side. Nice and tight, still fighting. Is Gustav going to have the upper hand, as Tom has already pulled away, Sondre? Oh, as Gustav almost runs it round. And how about the back? Is everything all good now?
It's looking very shaky at the moment, to be honest. Not a good start for Terror Racer. Iris didn't have the best start either. Shane seemed good. Mika also a little shaky, and there's been a few close ones where people almost had some incidents, but so far it looks like all of them are there. Our Gibraltar, as I mentioned earlier, doesn't really seem to be that well on pace today.
I'll tell you, the person who's going to be on pace already is Firefox. He's only got a gap 1.5. He had a cracker of a start. At first I thought he jumped it, but he just pulled away. He basically did a Hamilton to Rosberg, I believe, in 2014 on Abu Dhabi. He just pulled away with a ridiculous start. So Firefox then 1.6 in the lead at the present time, and Tom does retain his second, goes up in third. Right now everyone's quite close together, almost for blanket over them, as the fast lap is a 1:36.7 then, the current fastest lap. Obviously that will be beaten. Shane, you did say Shane 10th. Oh, and there's an instant.
Indeed.
That's a Ferrari.
That is Navarre.
And that's the only Ferrari in the warp, yep. He's around, no damage to the car, like I think he's just lost the rear. And that's a shame for him, as trying to go on board with Tito, Shane moves into 8th now. As Tito got swing damage, he's struggling to turn, it looks like he might have it, he's actually just backed off there on the straight.
He must have wing damage.
It definitely is. Jabraka's retired then, so the turns point lead is out, and no safety car has been called, and he actually just looks like he lost it out of that's 7 coming onto the straight.
I believe so.
He's lost it there, so that is a shame for him and for his championship, because now everyone now can gain on the turns points lead. He had a 14-point gap to Noah, and Noah's had a decent start. He's already in 13th. And Tito, 3-second time penalty. Yep, and Tito's now lost another position, so he's just dropping the field.
Can tell you though, I didn't catch it, but Aris has finally gotten past Symbolix. Symbolix, who looked to struggle to actually stay with Mika and the guys in front of there. However, Aris seems a little more comfortable sticking with, yeah, that is Tito, yeah. As Aris seems a little more comfortable. However, he's struggling to keep that gap below a second though.
Yeah, he is. Right now, as it is a shame for Tito. He's called it a day. He's basically not taking a chance with a safety car, as his race was ruined. So we had a legitimate retirement, and then the person who couldn't carry on. It says both Red Bulls though doing quite well, 9th and 10th. Shane is under pressure right now for 8th, and here he goes, easy overtakes. Look at that straight line speed. Through is the Red Bull, moves into 8th. Shane then drops to 9th, as the Haas there is just trying to actually make an uptick on Aries.
Indeed, however, I think this could be a good thing for Shane, as the gap was over a second between him and LRB as well. So maybe Mika will be able to close that down for him. Or there is a gap between Slimbo and Luca as well. So it's not as big of a slipstream train as we would have expected. Mika is looking very shaky in some of these corners, Jared.
Yeah, he's probably not got grips to the track after. Now, to be honest, I don't know why would he be shaky, because he's done quality. He hasn't changed the setup or anything.
And he's just, I don't know, his car seems a little unsteady on the rear.
I saying that he was at the start, he was the Red Bull on the left side of the track instantly, so I wonder if he's got a bit of side pod or rear end damage to the car. Because it looked like he did get whacked at the start, so. But he is catching up with LRB, so it must not affect him too much, and that's actually, as you said, it is helping Shane. As now, this was a two-car fight.
LRB as well is struggling to stick with Slimbo.
I think there's been contact or something, or there's no one lagged out, because no one's now 15th. He was 13th, he's now 15th, and he was quite close to Freaky Fast.
I haven't seen it pop up that he's lagged out.
Well, he has got the red X, so.
But his car is ghosting, so.
He must have lagged out as Gustav. Oh, sorry, we need to cut on the lead right now. Gustav's made a move with Tomer. I missed that. As Firefox gets a penalty, 3 seconds. So, and he's also been a time now as well. Gap's reduced to 1.3.
Look at Shane is not now able to stick with Mika anymore. He's barely within that DRS window. You can see RS behind there as well. He's struggling, falling further and further back. Really feeling these hard tires now.
Yeah, obviously they're hard compared to softs, aren't going to be the best. Softs probably still going to have an advantage, probably at least till lap 6. So maybe the hards.
Now look at this though, Jared.
Go.
Gustav, 1.1 behind Firefox. He's making a move to pull Firefox back in. Or right now, this could become tricky for him as he is right above that DRS detection. So he's not going to be able to. He's going to have to. He tries to burn a little ERS. Or Firefox also has more ERS though. Or no slipstream. So right now it is below 1 second.
Oh, yeah, he's done a cracking job. As I said, we got the lead from the start was 1.6. Martin's in the mix and Thomas. I wonder if Thomas either worn out his tyres already or he's got damage or something because he's really slow. And now through the fast right, Martin's now through. Is Thomas going to come back at him? No, he's going to stay behind. But yeah, you're right. Gustav has now picked up the pace, getting now 7/10. So maybe Firefox has backed off the pace since he got that 3 seconds.
Well, right now I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with backing off pace, but Gustav was a little bit quicker in the final sector than Firefox, so this is where, judging on quality, he should be gaining. However, we're heading into the section where Firefox was better. But look at this though, he's getting quite close. As Lucas decided to pit.
And he's going on what's that tires?
Very early. I will have a look. He's going on the hard tires.
Yeah, so he's going
to one stop. It's an early pit stop still.
Yeah. 21 laps, 22 laps, something like that. So yeah, Porsche. Oh, it's Gustav almost losing the rear out of turn 7 as he was picking up the power.
But look at this though. He's going to make an easy move on Firefox there. I don't know if Firefox has just worn out his tires or what is happening, but Gustav, he seems quicker right now.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, but I wonder
Martin as well.
Yeah, Martin obviously in 3rd, Tomer is in 4th, but these guys now got to watch out. Obviously these softs are still going to be quicker than, or maybe matching the fresh hards, but Luca's undercut could make a good undercut.
I don't know. I haven't done France in a long time, so I don't know exactly where the soft tires just die completely. So I don't know how it is, but these 4 in the front though, they do have that gap to Slimbo. So
yeah, that is true. Well, Gustav goes in the pits then, so reacts to the undercut from Luca. Tomer, Martin,
LRB as well.
Going LRB. So Firefox, Martin and Thomas sent out possibly for one more lap, as they're probably going to have to react to Gustav's pit stop. No front wing change, no damage to the car, and
hard for Gustav.
I know he's rejoined, so he did leave. Hopefully he can get back into car.
And hards for LRB.
And he's underway. And Luca hasn't actually gained that much, to be honest. I think that DRS train actually helped the others. So that actually, maybe the overcut may be better for Firefox, Martin and Thomas here, Sandra, because now Gustav's got no DRS and these three have. Well, these two, sorry, have.
Could be. I guess we'll see in about 30 seconds time.
Yeah, definitely 30 seconds. There's Aries. Oh, for God's sake, it's doing that silly glitch where it doesn't let me select the driver. As Mika has moved to 4th now, and I believe Aries just moved to 8th. Actually, scratch that. Aries is not good on his ERS. He's got none. He has 0%.
Well, I can tell you that he was leading a small train of him, Symbolix, and I don't know if Ricky Fast was in that train or not, but he was at the head of that, not having any DRS or anything, so he might have burnt a lot of it trying to catch up to Shane.
Definitely has Mika in the pits.
However,
stay out.
Look at these others, though. Firefox, Martin and Thomas still staying out. You know, I'm telling you, Jared, I think we're looking at a soft medium strat for these guys.
Yeah, maybe. It is a risk though, as Noah's retired, so I think he's called it a day since he lagged out. There's nothing really to go for.
So that is two of the main championship rivals out of this race, opening it up a lot for their opponents. And right now, I believe Martin and Thomas are the ones that are going to benefit the most from this.
Definitely. There's Firefox now. He's surely going to need to pick the gap between him and Gustav's around about 21 seconds. So if he's risk taking the mediums.
If they're going to the mediums, though, like he might be able to afford losing a couple of seconds to Gustav. The question is just
if he's going mediums, he's going to have to pit around about that 10.
Yeah.
And I don't think those softs are going to be healthy till then. I think they're going to completely die off.
I'm pretty sure you can go mediums from like lap 8, 9 around the area we are now.
That is an illegal pit entry. That's definitely getting reported by Martin. He completely cut that white line, and that is going to be a shame for him, as he'll be annoyed at himself.
And Slimbo into the pit as well. Well, Martin, he's now using his ERS. He is pushing. He's trying the overcut. Firefox and Slimbo Jared, both on mediums.
Interesting. They're going to try and take them to the end. Well, as Firefox hasn't jumped in.
Oh no, but he isn't far behind. If he can just get up to him now, which, considering the ERS here, he should be able to close those couple of tenths he need to get within the ERS.
Yeah, definitely. But as I said, he's taking a risk, and also obviously he's probably going to get a penalty for cutting the white line, which I believe is either a straight 5 second or it's a 3 second. I can't remember. I think it is a straight 5 from the PSGL stewards. So he's going to have to pass him, and if he wants to try and win this race with the tyres he's got, he's going to have to build a 5 second gap at least, and then actually scratch that, he's going to have to build a 7 second or 8 second gap because he's already got a 3 second penalty. So he will have to build a big gap as there's a fight.
But that is if he gets that penalty, though.
Yeah, obviously if somebody reports him.
Let's see. Interesting. Martin and Tom are both staying out another lap.
Yeah, they are. They're making sure they can make the mediums, I think.
Tom are getting real close on Martin there. To be fair, they're both not actually that low on ERS either, so they might be able to push on this final lap as well, if it is their final lap.
Definitely.
Gustav is starting to make up a lot of that time, and look at Firefox, Jared, right on Gustav's tail right now.
Yeah, he was 1.3 from the pit stop, so the mediums have heated up. He's got his team ahead of him, so I wonder if Terrace is going to actually help Firefox right now.
Well, I mean, I hope so. Obviously not for Gustav, but they are teammates, so I mean, ideally they should help each other in moments like this. However, he might not even need Terra Racer's help.
I don't think he is, but he's got the move. As Freak Fast right now, currently in 4th, trying to close back up on Shane.
Look at those mediums out of that chicane, though, just way much more traction. Now, will Terra Racer just move out of the way for him? Not yet.
As the leaders are in then, so Tom and Martin in the pits.
I'm not gonna lie, they're getting helped a little by Terra Racer right now. He's not letting his teammate just through. He's just sitting in front of him right now. And obviously this is slowing Firefox and Gustav down.
Well, Martin.
See that, and these two out of the pit, they're gonna be right behind.
I won't say right behind, I'm going to say at least 3 seconds behind, to be honest. They've lost a chunk of time.
Actually, yeah.
They're actually behind Luca. Luca's jumped them.
But Luca is on 5-lap-old hards. They should easily get past him.
Always good stuff, and Terrace going side by side. And there you go, Gustav is through.
Oh, and look at this, Terra Racer, he's trying to fight back, but he just doesn't seem to have traction, to be honest. However, Firefox has managed to break the RS with Gustav now, though.
There's no way Terrace can pull a dive bomb from here. I was going to say, he's too far back.
Fastest lap currently held by Martin.
Yeah, I think they won the softs, obviously, a 32.3. Right now, though, Firefox has already pulled up a gap of 1.9. Okay, now Firefox has got a bit of good news. Gustav's got a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah. Right for Luca. Seems like he's managing to find a lot of pace on those hard tires, not getting gobbled up too quickly by Martin there.
Nah, but he has drained. Oh, new fast start, 32.1 on the medium tyres from Firefox. But ARS usage from Luca is not the good best right now. He's on 11%, so he's going to have to be careful. It's fast then. Made his stop.
Yeah.
Will be rejoining, I believe, 13th. Yes, he is. Slimbo racks up a penalty.
I'm not gonna lie here, I'm a little surprised we haven't seen more penalties than we have so far.
Yeah, especially around track limits around France. Isn't the best.
Well, I wouldn't say there is an issue with the track limits. It's just a very easy track to cut.
Yeah. Martin then through Luca. Luca then lost a chunk of time. And has dropped to 8th. But this is good for Martin now. He can now try and pull away from Thomas, because Thomas not going to get DRS. And obviously he's got plenty of DRS to use.
Thomas is still going to go for it. Look at this. Thomas is using that DRS. He's going to grab that inside through this long swooping right-hander. And he goes right past Luca with that extra grip advantage.
A very easy overtake there, so good job from him. And Terrace is keeping up with Gustav though.
Surprisingly, but even with those old tires, he's
Martin's
still
now in that window.
Somehow managing to keep up with him. However, I don't think he'll keep up with him for long.
No, definitely. Eventually, his horn just start to drop off.
Look at that, Toma.
31.8.
31.8.
Because now pick up some pace.
Martin Terrace is still inside that DRS window on Gustav. This is not going to make it easier for Martin. Oh, look at this grip advantage, so Jared. Martin able to stick right on Terror Racer's bumper, and he's going to be clear of him well before the corner.
Oh, easy. Very easy up to then, and don't count on Thomas because he's gaining a lot on him, and might go for the next straight as he did on Luca. We'll go on board with him.
I think that's exactly what he will do. However, it gets a little too close mid-corner there though, so doesn't really manage to get that great exit, but he is close and he will go for it. Look at this.
Terrace cuts him off.
Terrace
Good
defending there.
Someone probably didn't like that, and he hits the front end of him though with the wing.
Ends up. Firefox though, almost 3 seconds ahead of Gustav now.
Yeah, he's really picked up the pace, and he's not a threat from any traffic either because they're like 8 seconds up the road. And oh, look at this, Thomas making a dive.
Oh, and Toma.
Good move, and look, that's just Terrace just completely off, and there's Luca, free position. I wonder if Luca's going to try it on Toma. Nah, he just hasn't got the speed. But
look at this though, Martin right on the back of Gustav now.
They're both on equally RS, so it's going to be interesting how this plays off. Similar to
it's a tyre advantage.
I wonder where these guys are going to go when they pit, because I think they're going to drop around about where 13th. So the ultimate strat right now isn't looking so good.
Well, I mean they're going too long, to be honest. They should have gone over on the mediums a little while ago, to be honest. But it's fair, they could just stick it out to hope for that safety car, you know. Look at this though, Gustav under pressure from Martin, going into this flat out right-hander. Gustav has his light flashing, not able to make a move there for Martin. He's looking at an opportunity though. I can see both very low on their ERS right now. Same with Toma though, behind them.
Thing is, Toma's actually catching up with this fight.
The highest one on ERS in this train is Terror Racer, although he's not exactly in the train anymore actually.
It's Martin, it looks... Oh, did Martin just hit him? Oh, did he just get really close to his rear end?
Just close.
Well, maybe Gustav made the wrong call to go on the hards. Maybe he should have risked staying out a couple more laps, going on the mediums. The gap to Firefox and him is 3.4.
Martin is using his ERS, and he is gaining a lot now, and into the braking zone. He outbrakes Gustav easily.
I like Gustav
just a more grip, you know.
Or more grip.
Even.
And Toma not that far off now, and he's gaining.
Toma he's looking feisty, and he might actually go for this move here to make sure that he sticks with Martin. However, Gustav not leaving that gap open. And look at that, Jared. 3 different lines through there.
Yeah, it looked like Martin was a bit wide. Gustav's rear end wasn't that stable out of that exit. Thomas just all over him, making him nervous. And is he going to go for the dive in the hairpin again? No, he messes it up. And Gustav looked like he defended it anyway, just in case.
Gustav might be struggling, but he's not struggling as much as Terror Racer did when he went for that dive. And I think if he goes for that dive on Gustav, it's going to end badly for himself, I think.
He's just going to have to plan it correctly, the overtake. Because now it's not going to be easy since he's now getting DRS. As Martin's basically going to have to try and pull away from that DRS, but he isn't really doing that. I wonder if the gap though between Firefox and Martin's going to decrease.
Well, Martin certainly looked quick now. So it is 3.5 now, so I can try to keep an eye on it. How you can see though, Martin doesn't really have ERS to spend right now, but he's just able to get so much more grip onto that straight that he manages to get big enough gap to stick ahead.
That's what I mean, though. It's basically a slipstream train, and don't actually count out Slimbo now out of this, because he's only 3 seconds from this group.
Oh yeah, but I don't think he's gained that much, Jared.
No? Well, actually, no, you might be right. Actually, gap's 3.1.
At the point that he would even get into this train, he would be towards the end of the race where the mediums start to fall off as well. So I don't think there's much hope for Slimbo to make any more positions, except for maybe Luca being on
he's in the pits then.
10-lap old set.
And he's got mediums. That's late to do mediums from this distance. Very late. There's no one picks up 3 seconds in the Ferrari.
Well, I mean, those mediums are going to be good for the rest of the race, but I would have gone earlier.
I think Shane's in a bit of trouble though, and same with Simlix. I think they're going to be behind the warp right now.
The fact that they didn't pit with ours there, I don't know.
Thomas still not using his ERS.
At this point, they really should just stay out and hope for a safety car. To be honest, like they're not they're gonna be at best 13th probably.
Well, yeah, best 13th, maybe 12th if they can get their act together. Maybe 11th. It is a stretch, obviously, to try and get 11th, but right now they'd be 13th and 14th if they pit. So they're not going to drop lower, but they're going to be close to 12th if they pit now. And they're not. They're going another lap, which is odd because you're right with the strategy call. It's a bizarre strategy call they've made, not to pit yet. If they are waiting for a safety car, I don't think it's really going to benefit them that much.
And you know what I just noticed? Not Luca, Mika has just passed Slimbo.
He has. That's interesting.
Oh, Slimbo goes deep in turn 1.
Luca though, he's managed to stay with this group. Ironically enough, with Martin, Gustav and Thomas, he's picked up 3 seconds. He's stayed with the group.
And he's managing to so far.
That's Gustav's now picked up a tiny bit more.
Gap between Firefox and Martin, not changing that much. Firefox has he has gained about 2 to 3 tenths.
Oh yeah, but obviously since Martin did, I'm just saying Martin saw him do that pit line, he's going to have to play it safe and build that gap to 5. Because obviously he's... Oh, actually, hang on, he isn't safe at all. He's only safe from the 3-second penalty.
Well, right now, the 3-second penalty is the only penalty he has, you know, so...
yeah, well, obviously, yeah, that. But Martin has...
He might end up with another penalty, but that's all speculation, so I'm not counting that in at this moment. However, if he gets that, Jared, he would need to have 8 seconds to Martin.
There is listening first, that's still on 5. So right now, nobody gets the fastest lap point at the present time. That's the top 2, yet again, do not pit. Very interesting.
You know, when these 2 pit, then Iris should be in 10th.
Yeah. And he'll get... Oh, hang on.
So
hang on a minute.
Getting into points.
Well, they're not going to be last now, as Nawalp lost it out of turn 5. No damage to the car, so I'm wondering... I'm just wondering if he lost it due to pace or something. But yeah, you're right, Aries will be 10th.
Yeah, well, however, he doesn't look like he's catching that much on LRB though, which is surprising. Actually, Aries will be at least 9th, because Terror Racer hasn't pitted as well.
Definitely is Firefox then. into third, obviously, and finally the top two of pit.
It's going to be soft tyres.
Yeah, so they'll be taking the fastest lap, definitely. And it's, as I said,
should be.
They're now going to be 12th and 13th because there's no way in hell they're going to be behind the Ferrari since he spun.
Soft tyres and soft tyres.
So, Jack has no upside to pit himself, and he's retired. So I was right. There would be. Actually, to be fair, they haven't actually lost that much time.
But it's difficult. I don't think these softs are good for that long. So they have 2 seconds to catch on Freaky.
Well, Freaky's on hards as well.
And then another 1.5 seconds to catch on Iris, which could be more difficult as Iris is actually in a train behind LRB and Terror Racer. And look at this, LRB going for the move on Terror Racer, and look at Iris. He might go for it as well, you know.
Yeah, he has.
And down the inside.
Yeah, down the inside, that was a very late move and he made it work. So he's now in the ninth.
Late, but the grip advantage just made it possible for him. He could just brake so much later than Terror Racer there.
As Shane's already apparently caught up with Freaky fast. 8 tenths. The pit's at 1.8, so he's already getting a second. You sure it's a bit too late for these soft runners?
It depends for what.
Well, at least one of them getting points.
No, because Terror Racer have to pit. Didn't think about that earlier.
Oh, you haven't pit yet? God, he's leaving it out there. No.
He's hoping for that safety car.
Oh, Free Fast is up. He's been done. Shane, in 11th.
Well, Simbalix has no chance. He's 2 seconds behind these two. But Shane should be picking up at least 1 point. I don't think he'll pick up more necessarily, as the next one up the road for him would be Arias, who obviously doesn't have bad tyres at this point.
I'm going to have to cut you off though, as Tommy now trying to make a move on Gustav for third. Oh, it looked like he was going to make it, but then he just backs off. He was using his ERS. And in the end he backs off, thinking he didn't want to risk diving it on the inside and hitting Martin, as looks like Aries has just made a move on LRB in the Haas in the chicane. So he's now into 8th. So 5 points at the present time he would score. As Terrace though under threat by Shane now. Shane's in 10th.
Aris has made the move on LRB as well and moved up into 8th place. Actually, with the amount of LRBs dropping back, Shane could be able to get him, you know.
He could also get Aries the way this is going. It's only lap 21. And obviously he's not going to be fighting for the win or anything, because the gap's way too big for that. But if he can get past these two quite quickly, maybe 7th is on the cards for Shane. Actually, I didn't actually add that as a factor. The top 6th to 9th all got pens. Shane's got none.
That's actually a good point, you know. I didn't think about that either.
And that's new fast, that's 30.8. So Aries was going to get 5 points, now only get 4. I believe. Or am I doing it? Yeah, that is, I think it is 4 points. Might be 3 actually.
Gustav seems to be trying to line up Martin there, but doesn't have the tyres for it.
Hold up, Firefox 5.3. He is now picking up the pace a bit more now. Gustav is on an attack, and he's through in the 2nd place.
Bad move.
You think? Think it's too early?
Yeah, definitely. If Martin has the pace now to not use ERS and follow Gustav, then he'll wait now until one of the later laps and really go for it. That's what I would have done.
Although Shane is literally running on empty on the ERS. It's mad, as the McLaren runs completely off the track there, Slimbo in 7th, just ahead of these two. And right now, Shane is sitting 6th, technically. If he gets no pens, he'll be 6th. And that's probably the best he's going to get.
Yeah, I don't see him getting past these guys quick
and
enough and getting enough, but...
And he's through. ahead of Aries. Great overtake. Shane into 8th now. He followed what Thomas did to Terrace earlier on, and he made it work. And Simblix is now in 11th. Are you sure he's not going to get a point?
Maybe one. Maybe he might be able to get the LRB, but these soft they should start falling off at some point as well, you know. And he doesn't have much ERS, while LRB does have quite a fair amount of ERS, so difficult to say.
There's the gaps stayed wide between Gustav and Firefox. 5.3 is the gap now as Martin's catching. He's just not using his ERS or DRS. Down the straight, he's just biding his time. Thomas has just stayed behind the whole entire time. If I was Thomas, I'd make the move Martin and then go for Gustav. He's got plenty of ERS.
I don't think that is a good idea. He'll just melt his ERS trying to get through Martin, and then Martin will use his prevented. So.
As Aries though, gets so close to that McLaren. Just keeping an eye on the battle for ahead as well. Ooh, looks like Aries having a bit of lag, but Shane isn't, and he's through. Shane gets a good run, but is that a smart call? And he's through, and he hasn't got DRS then for the next straight. The Red Bull has. And look at Aries, he just sends it on Slimbo, and now he's through into 8th position.
Doing the same as Shane did on himself, just exploiting that grip advantage.
Oh, and Simblitz is into 10th. So he's got the position. He said that will be able to hold it at the gap. He's now slightly decreasing now between Gustav and Firefox. 5.2. Are the mediums now dead for the leader? 15 laps?
Could be. I don't think they're dead, but they're past their best window, and they're into the place where he'll just hope to make it, I guess. But
and as Aries has passed his teammate now for 7th.
Oh, and that is not good for Gustav.
That's his second 3 seconds, so that's 6 now he's got.
Martin and Thomas will both. Actually, Gustav had a 3-second from before, actually, so.
Again, very close to Thomas again. Yeah, the second place is heating up.
Yeah, second place is between Martin and Thomas at this point. Gustav is out of it. He is going for. Not even 6th. Shane is close enough, I think.
Shane's 3.3 off Luca.
Yeah, he's close enough. So Gustav is actually he's looking at a 6th place right now.
He's just gained 4 tenths on a final it's like the final 2 corners.
It's traction zones. He has soft tires. It's not a difficult.
Yeah, but 5 laps, they're not going to be at their best anymore. And obviously, yeah, these guys are on older tyres, but
you know, looking at how Slimbo is falling backwards, 16 laps. I think we might be. I think the mediums are close to dead for him and Firefox now. Although,
gap has 5.1. It has dropped again. We're on the 10th. Terrace. Oh, it looks like Martin's going off for a move. Same with Thomas. Simla's now dropped the 10th. Simla's 9th.
Thomas is realizing that he's running out of time. He's realizing that Martin doesn't have to get past Gustav. Or Thomas have to get past Martin if he wants that position. As Martin defends.
Oh, bit of contact. I hope that hasn't affected the front wing of the Merc. Because all you got to do is knock that wing just by like a slight little tap, and that's it. And I don't know. I think he's got I think he got away with it. So on lap 25, we're going to be starting lap 26 now. So on the penultimate lap of this race, Firefox looks like he's going to take the win.
Well, yeah. Provisionally at least.
Yeah, provisional win, obviously. Some still might change.
I forgot. For a moment I was thinking at 6 seconds, but that is Gustav, not Firefox. Gap
still really decreased now, 4.8. 4.7, it is decreasing. Gustav's now picked up the pace a bit more.
Yes, and he's dragging these two, Martin and Thomas, with him as well. However, it might look a little bit like Gustav's tires is a little bit more alive than these two now. As we can see, Thomas once again trying to pressure Martin into outbraking himself there.
Oh, he's got a good
now
run.
He's going to try to go for it.
Around the outside, it is the third line around
defending
here.
that inside line.
And, oh, no contact, and there he is, good over to Tommy, he's now into third. He's technically net second right now.
Oh, but Martin isn't gonna let this go that easily. He will try to get that position back.
I wonder if Slimber's actually going to get a point, because LRB's right in his tail now. There's one lap left.
I think his tires is shot, man.
Slimber's going to get robbed of 10th. But I think Freaky Fast is going to get 10th actually, not LRB, because he's 12th.
Yeah.
Well, Gustav now is a bit under pressure again. Nah, oh, Firefox picks up a penalty. He's now got 6. Is Thomas going to win this race?
At this rate, Thomas is winning while Martin is taking second right now. And look at this IFR Luca. He's stuck with these guys for a long time. But now that Gustav has turned up the pace, though.
What about Shane? Shane is in 6th.
Yeah, no, don't be delusional here. He has half a lap. He might get that third.
Well, he's doing
Thomas has made the move.
Yeah, he's in second, so easy overtake for him. It's Shane though. I think he could get 30. You're right.
He can get third, but he can't get higher. It's going to be too difficult to.
Well, if he wants to, he's going to have to get past Luca, but he's out of the ERS.
Especially considering he's got 0 ERS. Gustav though challenging Thomas around the outside.
Oh, Terrace has binned it.
Takes that position back from Thomas. Might have been off track doing it though. Firefox approaching the final corner now, Jared.
Yeah, so we're on board with him. Hang on a minute. A couple of oh, hang on, Luca's off. Luca's in 9th. He's dropped all the way down, so Shane will get 3rd. But Firefox then takes the win at the moment. But will he take it on pens? I don't think he will. And I think Thomas then will be your winner. Takes the win then. Martin in 2nd. Firefox at the moment in 3rd. Shane 4th. Simple extent. Where Sonja said he might only get 1 point, he's got 5th. So he's got more than 1 point there. Aries in 6th, Gustav 7th then with his pens, Mika 8th, Freakfast 9th, and LB in 10th. Then Slimmo 11th, and Luca, no front wing at all, in 12th. As Terrace is giving us a parade lap of his final run. Around the final corner.
12th?
Yeah, he lost it at the... after the double right-hander, where you go on that left, and then you go like long swooping right, on that left, I think he's had contact or something. As, a bit of reverse driving there from Teresa to...
well,
to
in my defense, when I said Simblix was barely going to get any points, I didn't actually think about the penalties.
No.
Because he among few people didn't have pens.
No, I'm leaving that to your word. You said he was going to get 1 point, but... he is the driver there apparently on the screen. Obviously we'll have to look at that. But Thomas then starting in 2nd for the race and takes the win with Martin in 2nd and is with OP driver in 3rd of Firefox. However, 3rd might not be it in the end result. Obviously if it does get reported you have to wait and see. So that's the next round, we'll confirm. But what a race that's
both of these two, I believe 4th and 5th in the championship with...
Yep.
Top 3 barely getting any points. LRB got he got 1 point. So these two really getting themselves back into it.
Definitely, especially since Noah and Drabaka not scoring any points. So then, your top 10 at the present time is Thomas then, he takes the win, Martin 2nd, Firefox in 3rd, obviously that might change. Don't know yet, we'll have to wait and see. Shane in 4th, Simblix 5th, Aries in 6th then, Gustav 7th, Mika 8th, Freefast in 9th, and LRB in 10th. That is your top 10. Slimmer then in 11th, Luca 12th, Terrace in 13th, with now Warp is actually DNF then, same as Noah and Tito and Jabraka, all DNF from today's race. Fast start was a 130.8 by Terra Racer, so nobody gets a fast start point. But Simlix though, started 14th and got 5th, so him, Aries and Shane did a very good job with their strats, and in my opinion all three of them deserve driver of the day because they've done a weird strategy which has actually kind of paid off.
Well, I mean, Shane deserves it. No penalties as well.
Well, yeah, definitely. Well, he's not the only one who didn't get a pen. Simlix didn't get a pen, but yeah, you're alright, no penalties. And wow, he's actually a second quicker almost as well, so he did have the pace difference. Well then, this has been PSGL, the PST obviously season 30, F4, round number 4, part number 3, so third time was the charm. I've been your commentator on the end, or it's Jared Fosbury. I've been joined in the booth by the old man Sondra Sohaug. As, well, the next round, I believe, is... What is the next round? I'll get it up for you now. It is actually Zandvoort, isn't it? Or was that Hungary? I can't tell that. It's Hungary next round. So that is going to be a very interesting race. Hopefully we can have a full grid and some more action-packed racing. But until then, we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye for now.